All right, so it's day 20, and they've been set for a day and a half now. And what's cute is I've actually seen these eggs kind of moving around, like just kind of shaking back and forth and all that kind of fun stuff. Now, if I understand correctly, because like I said, I'm brand new to chicken eggs and bird eggs in general, there's an air cell at one end of the egg, which I think is the blunt end. And they're going to poke into that first, and or pip into that first and start breathing some air. Oh, I just saw one move. So they're going to pip into that first, and on day 21, which is tomorrow, by end of day, I'm hoping that they've pipped the outside shell and have zipped the outside shell and popped out. Okay, so the good news is that 2 chicks have hatched. The bad news is that 1 egg has pipped and nothing's really happened in the last roughly 18 hours. And then 3 other eggs, nothing has happened at all that I can see. So I'm going to go in and potentially assist hatch a few eggs. And the chicks that are in there have been in there for about 48 hours. So they're going to go into the brooder, which is over there. So let's see what's going on. There's 1 chick. There you go, buddy. There's 2 chicks. Let's have a look at what's going on here. Nothing, and then this, oh, has picked and got stuck. Okay. Yeah, I know, you're stuck in there, buddy. I'm gonna get you out. This poor guy here started hatching, and you can see the membrane here is a little sticky. He's having a hard time. So I'm going to gently assist hatch. And I've never done this before, so please just keep that in mind. I'm no expert at this. I am actually just very frantically trying to make sure that this very alive and well chick otherwise is able to get out of the shell here. There we go. Now the chick can get out of the egg on its own at this point, and I don't want to go too much further with assisting. It's the healthiest thing that they can do is hatch on their own, from what I'm told. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this little one back in the incubator, and hopefully they're able to pop out on their own. So the good news is this little one did make it out on their own, and is doing pretty good. Standing, still has enough energy to walk around and stand and act like the other chicks did at that age. The problem is, you can see half the chick is fluffy and the other half is very, very sticky and gross, and that's because the membrane had stuck to the chick and basically left a little bit of a goop on the chick, so the chick can't fluff up properly. So I'm just using a towel and some warm water from the incubator just to try and clean them up a little bit. And then they will go in with their brothers and sisters. We're doing very well. There's only 2 of them. I don't know if they're brothers or sisters yet, obviously. So yes, I have 3 chicks that made it. They all hatched on their own except for the one which you saw me assist hatch. That's the first time I've ever assist hatched a chick. Once I broke the egg the rest of the way for it, finished zipping the egg, so they call it, the chick was able to come out on its own, spent a couple days in the incubator, but it fluffed up rest of the way, and now it's in there with its 2 siblings, which is super exciting. So I do want to talk a little bit about what happened to the other 3 eggs that did not hatch. I'm a very curious person, so I candled the eggs first just to make sure there was no movement, and there wasn't, so I figured they probably perished. I did open the eggs up just to see what was going on the inside. All 3 chicks had the same issue. Their abdomen wasn't fully developed. It hadn't closed, so you could see all of their organs inside. Mostly their intestines and digestive system is what I was looking at. I'm assuming the umbilical area didn't finish developing and didn't close, and therefore they died in the egg before they were able to hatch, which is sad. And I didn't take any pictures of that or record it at all. It's not nice to look at. It's not pretty, and I'm sure it would have just caused some of you guys to feel, you know, sad or uncomfortable and not want to watch the video. So I'm not going to put you through that. I had to go through it on my own, and that's fine and dandy. It was for science. I needed to know what happened. What I did learn from that, though, was something very interesting. Now, the father or suspected sire of most of these chicks is a chicken that's half silky and half gold-laced Wyandotte. And I actually acquired that rooster from a friend of mine just because I really liked the way it looked, and she had too many roosters, so I ended up with him. Loved him, and he got busy. But what I learned from that is all of these chicks are 1/4 silky, only 1/4. But one of the chicks that was in those undeveloped eggs had the 5th toe on both of its feet of a silky. So it had silky feet, but only having 1/4 silky in it. I'm pretty sure most of these chicks are part silky, and you'll see when I get a close-up of them, they have the like fluffy heads of a silky, like it's all puffed out, except for one of them in there has a pretty normal looking, kind of looks like a black Australorp chick. But it's really cool. I didn't think, or wasn't suspecting that only a 1/4 silky would have the gene go through that gives them that 5th toe. So that's really cool. So if anything, I'm glad I opened the eggs for that. So without further ado, let's have a look at these little guys. There you go. Look at you guys. The funny thing is they make a pretty pathetic little huddle because there's only 3 of them. I was hoping to have all 6. But that's not the end of the world. I think they'll do great. You can see this guy still has a little bit of the down stuck down on its head and its back, but has dramatically improved. Like, it is way fluffy now. Way, way fluffy.